Okay, and welcome. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us here on our virtual workshop. I'm Phil Harrington, the connector, providing you with referrals and resources to propel your business to the next level. Today, we'll be talking with Coach Steve Daly with Achievement Bridge. We are all here today to make our businesses better, and Coach Steve is going to help us learn 3 mistakes business owners make that block them from their full potential. He's going to give you some great tips and ideas that can move you in the right direction to achieve your dreams. So, Coach, go ahead and take it away.
All right. Thanks, Phil. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I've been working with small business owners and entrepreneurs for 30 years, as Phil points out, helping them basically launch from doing well to doing extraordinary. And it's been interesting. It's been an interesting laboratory to learn about, what are the obstacles that are typical? What are the things that get in the way of future success? What is it that tends to frustrate business owners and entrepreneurs the most? And then more importantly, and most importantly, what are the solutions? What do we do to break out, to actually launch to a new level of success in our businesses? And so basically, Phil, I've come up with 3 inarguable, essential laws for what I like to refer to as entrepreneur excellence. And that is where you've got an amazing business. The business is working as well without you as it does with you. The business is producing your lifetime best income, and the business and this business is able to pay you your lifetime best income. So you want me just to dive right into these 3 laws and then how they turn into mistakes and just run with it?
Please
Okay.
do. Go for it.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so the first law is that if you don't take care of the golden goose, the goose will stop laying golden eggs. And what I mean by that is you, as the business owner, are the golden goose. And the eggs that the business, that you and the business and your vision and all that lay, whether they're gold or whether they're rotten, basically has to do, and this is counterintuitive for most entrepreneurs, it really doesn't have to do so much with the type of business that you're in, the target market that you have, the geographic market that you're in. None of those things are nearly as important as it's a way that you structure your business. First and foremost is that it takes care of you. Now, the first area, and there's a lot to this, but I'll just kind of give you the highlight, Phil. The first area that you want to take care of is to protect the passion that you had when you started your business in the first place. So all of us have what I call a fist-pounding moment when we invent a business. We say, you know what, there's something that I want to do. There's something that I think needs to be better, different, bigger, whatever, and I'm going to be the guy that does something about it, or the gal that does something about it. And at that fist-pounding moment, you birth your business with a lot of passion. You're excited, and you're literally contagious. And that's why so many businesses do a great job of getting started, but then they begin to drift. This is what I call the drift. Now, what happens is that that passion is not protected because a customer comes in, they've got money in their hand, let's just say. You say yes to them. You begin to serve them, and you find out they're cranky, they're difficult to deal with, they want too much, they want something for nothing, right?
Right.
And you keep saying yes to them. And so they're sucking the passion right out of you, right? Or somebody walks in, maybe it's a well-meaning, friend or relative. They say, you know what, that's a great idea, Phil, what you're doing here, but you really ought to try fill in the blank, right? And all of a sudden we say, okay, well, let's go over there. Let's jump over there. And again, your passion drifts into an area that isn't true to how you started the business, and the business starts to break down. So it's important to protect the golden goose, and specifically what drove you to start the business in the first place. And as I said, there's a lot more to this, but just for today, let's leave it at that. The correction is, of course, and obviously, is just get back on track. It's okay to fire customers you don't like dealing with. It's okay to get rid of products or services that you're really not making money with, or only one person or a few people really like. It's okay for you to not try to do things that you're not really excited about, because where you're going to be successful is what you're really good at, and that's protecting the golden goose. All right, number two, the second inarguable essential law to entrepreneur excellence is, if your business doesn't serve an amazing life, then you might as well just go get a job. Yeah, I don't know, J-O-B, it's an ugly word to me. You know, we started our business in the first place with a vision of having freedom and wealth and plenty of time to do things that are important to us and spend time with people that are important to us. And if you haven't structured your business so that you can take care of your health, your connections and relationships, so that it's not generating enough money for you to be able to have a straight line to full, abundantly wealthy outlook in your future, well, then you might as well just go work for somebody else, because that's as good as it's going to get. And so here's how that happens. Phil, what happens is the business owner unconsciously puts themselves in the center of the universe of their business, like they are the sun, okay? Yeah. Everything's revolving around them. And so they're handling the customers, they're handling the sales, they're handling the marketing, they're handling the social media, they're trying to do the books, they handle customer service complaints, they feel like they've got to be in the middle of everything that their employees are doing. They create unconsciously bottlenecks for themselves where almost no decision can be made without them, giving the nod. And when this happens, your business owns you. You don't own the business. And so you don't have an amazing life. Your life is your business. And we didn't go into it for that, did we? We went into business so that we could have a great life. And so it's critical to get that back on track. So what do we do about that one? Well, it's simple, but not easy. And it's called letting go. It's like, decide where is it in your business you are ideally suited to deliver the greatest value to whatever it is you're trying to do in the marketplace. And then surround yourself with people and resources that can do everything else. And sometimes it's getting rid of things, not doing things that really aren't necessary for the success of your business. So that covers number two. The biggest mistake I see is business owners positioning themselves as the sun. And finally, number three, the third law for entrepreneur excellence is that kicking ass is not a do-it-yourself project. Now, what I mean by that is we all want a kick-ass business. I hope this isn't a family show, Phil. But we all want a kick-ass business. We want a kick-ass life. We want to look at our bank accounts and go, man, I'm kicking it. We want that. But here's the problem. By nature, all entrepreneurs are hardwired to feel like that they can do it themselves, that they should do it themselves, that they are, it's kind of like the lead follower, get out of the way sort of mindset. It's brilliant. It's the reason we have a business in the first place, because we were bold enough to go out without permission, charge into the marketplace with a great idea, start to sell it, and turn it into money and a lifestyle if you're doing it right. But what a lot of entrepreneurs are really stubborn about, until they finally, life's kicked them in the head enough, or business has kicked them in the head enough, and mistakes and all that, and they finally come to people like me, they realize that you have to have other people, other resources, other things. So I categorize it this way. And I'm gonna confess I'm a bit biased. I've been a lifelong coach, but I'm gonna say, first and foremost, number one, you need to have a coach. You need to have somebody in your corner that's helping you to strategize, be a sounding board, help you follow through with accountability for what it is that you say you want to do. Stay the course instead of being tangential. give you good ideas that maybe you haven't thought of. A great coach is like a partner. So you need a coach. You need collaboration. And Phil, you're an expert at this. You understand networking better than most anybody I've ever met. So when you surround yourself by other smart business people, and you tap their minds and you tap their skills and you tap their expertise, then all of a sudden what happens is you get stronger. The old saying that it comes right out of the Bible, iron sharpens iron, is so very true, especially in the business world. When you get around tough-minded, ambitious, going for it type people, then you get better. That's just the way it works. And if you're out there trying to do it all your own, paddling your own canoe with one oar and going around in circles, well, it gets tough and tedious, but collaboration is key. And finally, you need tools. So we got coaching, collaboration, and tools. Tools are basically things like this, tapping into other people's ideas, reading books, going to webinars once in a while, going to a networking meeting and learning something new. Tapping into one of these online courses, of which there are a billion, getting into blogs, all kinds of things are out there as tools. Look, my philosophy, Phil, is if I didn't learn something today, I wasn't paying attention. And if you're just not in a continuous improvement, continuous learning mode, you're going to wake up and find yourself behind. Now, you can't keep up with everything. Technology, quite frankly, makes my head spin. I keep up pretty good. I'm better than average, but I'm not on the leading edge by any stretch. But I feel like if I'm going to be in business in today's digital society, I've got to stay up with and stay tuned with how technology works and how it works for my business. Same is true for marketing, sales, how we handle tracking the details of our business, all the different things that we can use to create creativity and innovation. There's just an abundance there. So coaching, collaboration tools, and just remembering, look, you might be big, you might be bad, you might be tough, but kicking ass is not a do-it-yourself project. So those are the 3 laws and the 3 mistakes that come from them and what to do about it.
Wow, that is some amazing information. And I have to agree with you. After meeting with over 400 business owners, they truly do want to do it themselves. Yeah. And so they're apprehensive to accept help. And I'm not sure why everyone wants to be the sun, but you're right, they do. So anyway, so I have a quick question. We promised to give them some value, our audience here, some value, some tips. What is one thing they could do today to move themselves closer to their goals and maybe stop becoming that sun?
Yeah, this is going to be counterintuitive. When I make this suggestion to people, lots of times my clients, they will resist. But once they do this, it's a life changer. And that is to get out I don't care if it's a yellow pad, something you set up on your phone, a Google Sheet, something, and write down the time of day that you get up, the time of day that you typically go to bed, and block off 30-minute increments of a day ahead for the next 3 to 5 days. And then as you go through those 3 to 5 days, write down how you're using your time. Just simply write down every 30 minutes, set your watch with a little alarm or on your phone or whatever. 30 minutes goes, stop for 3 seconds. So that's all it takes. Write down, what'd you do with the last 30 minutes? Another 30 minutes goes, what'd you do for the last 30 minutes? And so on throughout an entire day. As you go, there's going to be 2 things that take place. One is you'll find after about the 3rd, that's why I think 5 days is better. After about the 3rd day, you're going to find yourself getting a lot more focused and a lot more discerning with regards to how you use your time. You'll begin noticing where you waste time, where you spend time on things that aren't relevant to your biggest and most important goals, how you let other people or other things hijack your time, and you'll make an immediate shift, number 1. And number 2 is you will begin to like go, gosh, this thing over here, this person, this category in my or activity in my business, this particular aspect of my business is just killing me. If I could trade that thing for something else, for more productivity or more productive time, then I could just like add many hours a week to my success. And so doing it is very simply put a time log, and that has a very, very powerful impact. Phil, I would recommend that people do that. Now, what do you do to solve the problems that you identify in that? Well, let's go back to law number 3, find a coach, trade some ideas with some of your cohorts, people that might look like they've got some things figured out better than you, and you'll be off to the races.
Yeah. Find a connector. He can get you connected with things.
That's right. Yeah. Give Phil a call.
Hire those things out.
Somebody. That's right. Exactly right.
Well, that's awesome. So good. So if anybody else has any questions, feel free to pick Steve's brain. You can chat it right there. I do have everybody on mute there, but go ahead and put it in the chat box, and we can ask Steve any questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm wide open. Fire away.
All right. Well, looks like no one's jumping up there, Steve. So right. I'm going to throw out this. We want to thank everybody for coming and enjoyed having everybody on the line today. If you guys, Steve is a wealth of knowledge. So I'm going to throw out kind of my just quick personal testimony. He is my business coach. He helped me create this Phil the Connector business. When I sat down with him, I was all over the place. He didn't assume anything, which I really loved about that process. He just saw what I did, then offered suggestions later on. And over the course of only about a month, I now have a business that is going to lead me to cash. So I'm excited about that. So Coach Steve does help you reach your full potential. He does a virtual workshop a couple times a week called Your 7 Triggers to 7 Figures. If you haven't reached $1 million yet, I highly encourage you to go to that. It'll just be some great tips like you got today, and even more so. And if you decide after that you want to have a chat, again, what I love about Steve is he's if you're in the market for a coach, great. If you're not, he's not going to high pressure you. He just points out the stuff that you could help you out. So great guy. So contact me if you want to be on that. I have access to his calendar, and I'll throw you on that virtual workshop. Don't miss next week. We're going to talk to Joe on how to use your reviews in marketing. So in network marketing groups, in web and social media, how to use those. So again, Phil, I'm this connector, providing you referrals and resources to propel your business to the next level. And again, we thank you for being with us.
Thanks, Phil.